Rockwell.
I'd like to know, are you really ready for some super dynamite soul? And thank you, because now it's start time.
Rockwell.
Here we go. Here we go. Man, what a blessing it is. What a blessing it is to show gratitude over grief. Peace be unto you. Peace be unto you. Heck of a Mecca. Assalamu alaikum, alaikum salam, sis. What's going on, good people? What's going on, good people? Go ahead and share the show. This is your brother, DJ Rockwell. We are back in the building after observing a beautiful, beautiful memorial for my son, Saadiq Aamir Muhammad. Saadiq forever, Saadiq forever, Saadiq forever. We need everybody to go ahead and share the show. But Dave, go ahead and tell them how they can share the show real quick, Chief. Go ahead and hit that like and share button. Go ahead and hit that like and then tag somebody. And if you're watching on YouTube, go ahead and make this tonight you subscribe. Yo, right about now, the Rockwell Radio Show is back. And I got so much to talk about. So much to share. So much that we are enthusiastic about. Jalove, long live Saadiq. Love you, Nisi. Man, we got so much to talk about. P.O., my man, bruh. That's right, P.O. Listen up, man. Somebody share the show, tag somebody, because tonight I didn't plan to be on long, but I wanted to come before the people, you, and talk about my man, T.O., and talk about this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful young prince, this young God that God decided to call back to himself. And for the last 90 days, we've cried, we've wrestled, we've struggled, and we're still doing all of the above as we speak. But we decided that we would take on a theme to memorialize Saadiq. And that theme is right behind me on this wall. That theme is gratitude over grief. Where did I get that from? Where did I get that from? I got that essentially from the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. And oh my God, we had such a beautiful time Sunday. There was laughter, there was smiling, there were tears, there was music, there was fun. There were stories from those who grew up with Saadiq, those who soldiered with yours truly, those who grew up with Saadiq since, in fact, knew him since he was an infant, and some who met Saadiq later in life. And the reason why I decided to come on the air and do this broadcast, not just to talk about the event, but also I wanted to give you a chance to shout out and chime in later in the show. We're going to open up the phone lines for those of you who didn't get a chance to either watch the broadcast, which was live streamed on Facebook. If you just had something you wanted to share or say, if you had a good word to share with your brother, because trust me, I need it. We need it. But I really wanted to use this opportunity to just give you all a report on what happened, give you all the rundown, the lowdown, if you will, and just to say thank you. In fact, I'll start saying that right now. Thank you. I thank God who came to us fulfilling prophecy, who appeared in the person who we believe in the person of Master Father Muhammad, to whom praise is due forever and ever and ever. We thank him for coming, for fulfilling the book and finding us, a people who were lost, broken, downtrodden, and began the work of lifting us, healing us, making us whole. And he found this Georgia-born black man named Elijah Poole, who eventually became the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, the first risen from the dead. And he taught one that is changing the world as we speak. And I'm referring to none other than the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. Walaikum salam, big brother Jamil. And it is through all of those great men's names that I want to greet you and you, everyone who's watching, in the greeting words of peace that we say in our original language of Arabic. Assalamu alaikum. I thank each and every one of you for tuning in, because I wanted just to take this time to give thank you. Because if it's not for gratitude, if it wasn't for the family, the believing family, I don't know where I'd be right now. I don't know where I'd be sitting or standing. I don't know if I could even sit upright in this chair and not be a crying, bumbling, just lost in grief. It was just a week after we lost our son where we got a phone call from the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. And the first thing he asked us after we talked about who Saadiq was, he asked us about, stop the beat. He asked us, is the community supporting you? He asked those who are in leadership in the faith community, are they with you right now? I was so happy that I could say, yes, sir. Because without stop, I have had the support of my big brother, the student Southern Regional Representative of the Minister, Brother Abdul Sharif Muhammad. I have had the support of our student Southern Regional Captain, Brother Oliver Muhammad. I've had the support of our student Regional MGT Captain. I've had the support of our Regional Secretary. I've had the support of Muhammad Maz 15. This applause is for you. And they have supported me, the believers, the believing community, my church family, my DJ community has been wrapping their arms around my family and I like a warm blanket while this breeze of a trial blows hard on us. So I want to start talking about Sunday. And I don't want to be long, but I want to try to just cover some of the things that occurred. I want to thank, firstly, there was this brother. Well, let me take one step back, Dave. We tried, as we planned this, because one of the things that the minister told us, he instructed us, he said, make this memorial that you will do for him, make it celebratory. Celebrate his life because God gave you a gift. You have no reason to grieve. God blessed you with him for 21 years. Whereas some people can't have a child at all. You were blessed to have a young God, he said, for 21 years. He told us, he said, and because Jackie told him that, I followed your word, brother minister. Your lecture of how to raise a God, how to give birth to a God. I followed that, she said to him. And I could hear him smile through the phone. He said, then, well, you know, if you heard that lecture that I taught then, you know that when you pledge the contents of your womb to God, then you know when he calls him back to himself, we got to be fine with that too. Last month when I did the broadcast from grief to gratitude, I asked the question, can you still be thankful? Can you still be grateful? Can you still get out of your bed and give God praise after your trial? And I'm going to bear witness that it ain't been easy. It has not been easy. So pushing back forward, we began planning this event. And we had a location and we picked the personnel and we knew what we wanted to do. We kind of had an idea, but then we had to figure out who was going to serve as the master of ceremony. Should we make it somebody who's one of Saadiq's peers? Should we make it somebody who's in the leadership of the mosque? Should we make it myself? And we all sat around the table and we just, who should it be? And after a few days of deliberating on who would be an adequate guest, an adequate host or MC, I came up with a name. And the host that we decided, they put that brother on the screen. Jay DeLay. We decided a veteran radio personality, actor, comedian, voiceover talent. So I got on the phone with my brother who does not live in Atlanta. He lives in Houston. And let me tell you a little bit something about Brother Jay. Jay is a warrior in his own right. Let me tell you why. Jay survived a fight with COVID that was this close for taking him away from us. And Jay has been battling from then to this day. But his spirit is this big over his pain. And I thought about it after the fact. I was like, man, you think Jay would come and, dealing with what he's been dealing with? So I called Jay and I literally said these words. I said, Jay, is it a snowball's chance in hell that we could get you to Atlanta to be the host of Saadiq's memorial? He said without hesitation, absolutely. He said, absolutely. So Jay, this applause is for you. So again, everybody, you're tuned into the Rockwell Radio Show, and we're just doing a quick recap of getting to what happened at the memorial. Share the show, tag somebody. And if you're watching, go ahead and subscribe. Go ahead and subscribe, hit that like button, and go ahead, subscribe today. Because the Rockwell Radio Show ain't going nowhere. Because we got a job to do. My brother Jay, and I tell you what, his sacrifice because what people may not know, and I'm sure Jay won't mind me sharing this, is Jay is on a walker. Jay got on an airplane from Houston to Atlanta on a walker to stand with his brother and his family. Man, if you only knew what that means to me, what that means to us. My brother Hamza says, Assalamu alaikum, family. What a beautiful event that occurred on Sunday. Brother Jay did an excellent job being an MC for Brother Saadiq's memorial. Long live Saadiq. Thank you, Brother Hamza. Absolute facts. Y'all share the show because we're talking about my son Saadiq and his beautiful memorial that just happened this past Sunday. So I also want to thank, before I go another step further, the planning team with Jackie and myself. I want to say all their names, and I want everybody that's watching right now to put some hearts in the chat. I'm going to say these names, and I want you all to put some hearts in the chat. We're going to start with Sister Najma Muhammad. Put some hearts in the chat with Sister Najma Muhammad. Been there since day one, helping us organize this. Put some hearts in the chat for our sister. Put some hearts in the chat room for our sister Ramona Muhammad. She helped us organize the food. She helped us organize the serving. Put some hearts in the chat room for our sister who also serves as the protocol director of Atlanta, Sister Sabira Muhammad. Put some hearts in the chat for Sister Sabira. Put some hearts in the chat for Uncle Ray. Man, put some hearts in the chat room for my nieces, Sister Attila and Sister Nadia. The list goes on. We want to make sure, man, I want to try to call out as many names as I can. I want to also, oh, brother, man, I know. And everybody put some hearts in the chat for my brother, DJ Tio. He's in the chat under the room, Target Acquisition. And matter of fact, I'm going to tell the Tio story now because brother could not be there. Brother Tio is an international tour DJ, videographer, producer, and he also ended up being Saadiq's favorite DJ over his father. And I want to take this time and tell the story now about DJ Tio. I would bring Saadiq with me to all my DJ events, all the group events in Atlanta. And I introduced him to Tio. Saadiq could have been no more than maybe 13, 14 years old. And they hit it off instantly. And he would be extended uncle to Saadiq. And as Saadiq would get older, of course, they follow each other on social media. And Saadiq would randomly ask me, yo, how's Uncle Tio? I don't know, I ain't talking to Tio today. He would ask me about Tio out the clear blue. So Saadiq began the process. So now Saadiq is like 18, 19 or so, maybe 18. He starts the process of recording his album, or at least showing the desire to record his album. He didn't have the necessary hardware, to do the job. And one day I'm at work and I come home and Tio is at the house. He said, yo, I took all my old production gear and brought it here for Saadiq and set it up for him. Put some hearts in the chat for DJ Tio. That's my dude for life. Man, I'm gonna cry talking about Tio. But nonetheless, just to bring it up to speed, I invited Tio to be a speaker Sunday, but unfortunately he could not be present because brother's sick, as he just told us. So brother, we wish you a speedy recovery. We wish you the best of health, wealth, man, and progress and all that you do. And my family is your family, brother, and you always got a hot bowl of bean soup over here. While I'm thanking DJs, I want to thank a DJ who just actually happened to come right in this place. My great brother, Johannes Mitchell, who did a video presentation, DJ Radical. It was absolutely beautiful. And again, if you didn't get a chance to watch it, it is on my Facebook page streaming as we speak. So I'm going to get down this thank you list as quickly as I can, because there was all kind of surprise guests, all kind of surprises that I did not expect. Let's go ahead and talk about the surprise guest. I got to talk about this. Matter of fact, before that, I want to make sure, Dave, tell them again to follow the 3 rules of the show. You have got to go ahead and hit that like and share button, tag somebody, but most importantly, go ahead and do us all a favor and subscribe to the Rockwell Radio Show. We've been on a break for a while for obvious reasons, but we want to keep it pumping because now we are extra motivated to come to you and do something for our youth. do something for our community, and we're more inspired than ever. And we need your help. Gratitude over grief. Come on, Sister T. And let me get to this part of the story. Now, I came to the Nation of Islam in 1996 after being inspired by being an attender. Is it attendee or I was at the Million Man March in 1995 in a sea of 2 million Black men seeking to atone with God and seeking to atone with one another. At the march that day, something happened that made history on the mall. There was a brother on the microphone raising charity, and he originated what was called the Green Wave. And what the Green Wave is simply everybody going in their pocket and pulling out a dollar bill, a $5 bill or more, and waving it in the air like you don't care. So if you remember the Million Man March, and if you go back and watch that clip, what you saw was something that we'd never seen before. We saw 2 million Black men pull out $1 out of their pocket and wave it over their heads until the whole camera just saw a sea of green. Money to help the mission, money to help the minister, money to help save Black men, women, and children. The person that was conducting that green wave was a brother named Brother Minister Jamil Muhammad. Little did I know, after I became convinced that I wanted to be a part of that, I got back to Atlanta, and Jackie and I would eventually find Muhammad Mosque 15. Little did I know, that's right, Sister T. Little did I know when I walked in the room at what would eventually become my new home, Muhammad Mosque 15, the first person I saw was Minister Jamil Muhammad. And from that day forward, a brotherhood was formed. So now, fast forward back to present time. Tragedy occurs, and I start reaching out to people for support and help. And I made the phone call to my brother and invited him to this memorial. And he sadly informed me, Brother Vaughn, I'll ask, but I started a new gig and I might not have the free time since they have a probation system. And since I'm still new, I may not be able to get there. So I resolved that I would not see my brother at the Saadiq Memorial. Sad as I was, we moved forward. So Memorial comes along and what we did agree is that brother would forward a video that we would play at the memorial. And so, long story short, I'm seated at the front table as Jay DeLay announces the memorial clip from Brother Jamil to play. So I direct my attention towards the screen. And out of the corner of my eye and my ear, I hear the crowd go up. And I look back at the microphone, and there's Brother Jamil standing at the microphone. I had been had. I had been bamboozled. I had been hoodwinked. And the co-conspirators of this was Dave C. The co-conspirators of this was Jay DeLay. And there my brother was, right there in front of us with his beautiful wife, Sister T, my sister. And I was shocked. Tears began to fall down my face. And I couldn't believe that my brother was with us. My first minister, my first teacher of this truth was with us that day. And if you didn't see the tape, go back and watch the tape because he rocked the house. He was there, he spoke. So many more people in the house. Also in the building, not only was my first minister there, my first captain was there. Brother Captain Curtis Muhammad. Well, if you're not in the nation, you might ask, well, what's a captain? They are the makers of men. And we had such a beautiful time. It was so inspiring to have so much history in the room. Matter of fact, we snuck away after the event to take a historic picture. They put that picture up real quick, D. There they are, man. Look, Captain Curtis, Minister Jamil, Sister. At the same time, that's 25 plus years of history right there. Brother Jamil, I thank you. I thank you. I thank you. Brother Captain Curtis, I thank you. I thank your wives. I thank you all for your service. I thank you all for your consistency, year after year after year, serving the people of God. I thank you. And sister, we sure love you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let me get on with my thank you list. How much time I got, Dave? Okay, we're getting to the half. I want to give thanks to our attorney Mauli Davis, who was there, of Davis and Bowman's Attorneys at Law. They are the attorney group that is helping us get justice. Not only did they come to participate in the event this past Sunday, they are core members of a group known as Let Us Make Man, or LUM, L-U-M-M. Saadiq, since he was 4.5, 5 years old, was selected to be the opening speaker for their annual gathering that is conducted at colleges all over the state of Georgia. Brother Ray Muhammad and a radio personality here in Atlanta named Derek Bozeman were once at the mosque on a youth Sunday, while just Saadiq happened to be speaking. Saadiq was 4 years old at the time. And like you heard many people say at the event, who was this little boy quoting the scripture? Who was this little boy that can recite Quran, that can recite Bible? Nonetheless to say, the rest is history. So we would go all over the state, in colleges all over the state, where Saadiq was challenged with delivering the opening welcome. And he did it for 10 years until he was well into his teens. They watched Saadiq grow up. Those are his uncles. So they assembled last night to make a very, very big announcement. Excuse me, not last night, Sunday night. They came Sunday night to announce, we are forming, as Let Us Make Man, a scholarship in the name of Saadiq Aamir Muhammad, that through him, we will send a young black man to college every year. Let Us Make Man, we thank you. We thank you, we thank you, we thank you. All right, we want to get down to the wow. We want to get to the break real quick. But first, let me give these last few thank yous. And I want to thank my man, DC Darrell, Chef D's Catering. The food was great, my brother. We thank you. We thank Balloons by Sharon for making these beautiful balloons and designs. We thank Elegant Occasions Event Center that let us stay to the bitter end. Oh my God. We thank them. If you're in the Atlanta area and if you're in South Fulton and you're looking for a place to hold your event, we highly recommend Elegant Occasions Event Center. All right, we're almost at the half, Dave. I think I covered the people that I really wanted to thank. And I know I'm forgetting somebody, but man, I can't thank God enough for blessing me to be a fool who found the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. A fool that happened to happen across this body of wisdom and this family and this community that has wrapped themselves around Jackie and I through the most difficult trial we could ever imagine. I thank all of you, my man Sean. So many people to be thankful for. So we're going to take a break. And what we're going to do on the other side of the break is we want to open up the phone lines. Oh, let me read Brother Jamil's words real fast. Brother Jamil says, the hadith teaches us that when we share knowledge and build institutions and scholarships, we enter, see, he's going to ask me to pronounce that, the highest honor with Allah forever. I think the word is Jannah, which in Arabic represents what they say is heaven, if I'm understanding correctly. I got to get my Arabic up. So we're going to open up the phone lines when we come back. So again, Dave, one more time with the 3 instructions with the Rockwell Radio Show. We need everybody to go ahead and hit that like and share button. Go ahead and tag somebody to join us because we're talking about Saadiq, y'all. And go ahead and subscribe to the Rockwell Radio Show. This is DJ Rockwell. We're talking about gratitude over grief. We're talking about my son, Saadiq Aamir Muhammad. And I'm talking to y'all when we get back. Let's go.
This is your brother Willie Muhammad, and I'm asking each and every one of you all to tune into the DJ Rockwell Show, live online. Peace.
Peace. This is your sister Aisha, the mental resurrectionist, hailing out of Baltimore, Maryland. Listen, whenever I'm online, I always tune into the Rockwell Radio Show. It's that hype. It's that dopeness. And you should tune in too. Peace to my brothers David and DJ Rockwell for holding it down, locking it down, giving us those sounds. Love y'all. Peace.
Assalamu alaikum. I'm Sister Latasha Muhammad, and when I'm online, I rock with the Rockwell Radio Show.
Worldwide, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Download the Final Call Radio app and take us everywhere. On your phone, on your computer, on your tablet, on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. You can also log on to finalcall.com and click the Listen Live button or finalcallradio.com. Final Call Radio, the official voice of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan and the Nation of Islam.
We're back. Y'all share the show, tag somebody. This is your brother DJ Rockwell, man, and I'm telling you, although we are in pain, although we hurt, although we have lost a prince, a son, a soldier, Sunday made Jackie and I smile. Sunday made us laugh because we started to practice gratitude over grief. I'm going to say it again. We are exercising gratitude over grief. Man, we got so much to be thankful for. And I'm learning, man, to appreciate every rose, appreciate every blade of grass. You better be grateful. You better be grateful. I'm thankful. I want to thank 2 more people before we open the phone lines. I want to give a round of applause. As a matter of fact, I want everybody to put some hearts in the chat if you either were there or you witnessed it on the live. They're calling already. We're not ready yet. If you witnessed all those beautiful, powerful young people who were friends of Saadiq speak so powerfully, man, all of them, man, I am so humbled and so grateful. I was getting to that, Brother Jamil. I was so humbled and grateful for the inspiration that my boy had on so many. Oh my God, to hear those words, to hear their words. I am forever thankful. And the other person I want to thank, and again, there's many, and I want to thank every single person who had a hand on Saadiq through his development. And such a person is the person I want to thank right now. Please welcome to the Rockwell Radio Show, none other than Saadiq's uncle, not uncle, the producer of the Rockwell Radio Show, Big Dave C. Now, I had to include Dave in this conversation because anybody who watched or who was there knew immediately that memorial instantaneously became the Dave C Show. Immediately became the Jay DeLay, brother. Dave decided, come on, tell him now, brother Jamil. We got Big Dave C.
Oh man.
That's right, brother Rashad. So Dave C did something I had never seen him do. Thanks a lot, Sister Monique. How old are you, Dave? 40 what?
45. Tingo.
Let me stop the music.
5 años de edad.
Go ahead, sing it, brother Jay. And 45 years, I have never seen David do what he did. And there's a reason why. What Dave did, he ripped into an a cappella performance. Dave, tell me what you did, Dave. Tell me what you did, Dave.
So I sang. Any of you who know me, who've seen me over the years, you've seen me rap before. You've seen me on stage rapping a song. You've seen that comment. You expect it. You expect the rhyme or lyric or whatever from Dave, but not singing. I've always wished that I could sing. I would sing just when nobody else is around. I felt nobody should be subject to that, what I'm hearing. But I always wished that I could sing. So Saadiq, being the fearless young God that he is, would always tell me, go ahead, sing, Big Uncle, go ahead, sing, Uncle D, go ahead. You know, regardless of what anybody else would think, but I would be like, nah, I can't do that. I won't do that. I was in a prison of fear. So I shared Sunday before doing it. I said that I owed him something. I owed him that performance, that time of singing, regardless of, you know, if anybody liked it or whatever, it didn't matter. I owed that to him and I owed that to myself. So I gave that gift, that repayment to you all. And I had the time of my life. It was so fun, man. Good God.
This is for you, Dave. For you. If you heard Dave sing that Bobby Caldwell song, I need y'all to put some hearts in the chat right now. Rashad said he was singing it all day long.
Man.
Dave, I want to tell you in front of the world, that made my night. That made my night. Man, that moment was easily a highlight among many of the highlights last night. And brother, I thank you. I thank you.
Please, I thank you. I thank Jackie. I thank Allah. I thank Saadiq. And it opened something up because I've been singing ever since then, you know, not caring who's around what corner. And it's like I said, I think I said the other day, it can't be put back in the bottle. You know, I'm not saying I'm about to go and record an LP or nothing.
He going on tour, y'all, after this.
But you know, it released something, and I'm thankful, man. I'm thankful. And before I duck off camera again, I wanted to
mentioned about the believing family. I too got to see something up close that we'd heard about, we'd seen from a distance, and that's really nothing short of God in person.
Come on, man.
God in the person of each and every well-wisher, every Muslim from the mosque, every Christian from a church, every stranger driving by on the street. From my perspective, I got to see God in the person of those people. I got to see the we in the Holy Quran, that we did so and so. I got to see the us that let us make man. I got to see that in the believing community. I've never seen anything like that, man. I'm so thankful, that we are part of something where the people would do something like that. It's beyond description, and I'm grateful. I'm grateful.
Ladies and gentlemen, Big Dave C.
What you won't do. All right, I'm out, man.
All right, let's get ready to open up these phone lines. But before I do, I want to give thanks to two of the ministers who were present with us Sunday night that opened and closed us for prayer. Student Minister Vaughn Muhammad of Macon, Georgia, and my brother Student Minister Rashad Muhammad of here in Atlanta, Georgia. Man, thank y'all so much. Thank you so much, brothers, for saying a prayer when we couldn't even form our mouth to say the words. This was such a team effort to do this. People pulled in, people came over from, people hopped on planes, trains, and automobiles from all over the place to make Sunday a success, and we're grateful. And before I open the phone lines, yes, sir, Big Papa, I cannot thank Jackie Muhammad enough, because as Brother Ray said, I may have been the one to provide the seed. I'm gonna turn the music off to say this, but without her, the soil that nurtured, that stirred, that shaped and molded what we have in Saadiq never would have existed. So I thank Jackie Muhammad. Thank you. And the reason I'm saying all this now is because we went over so long Sunday, I didn't get a chance to say anything. Had I gone into this, then we'd have went over. So I figured, you know what, just why not open up the Rockwell Radio Show to say my thanks now. Oh. I almost forgot to tell the Saadiq story. I'm gonna tell the Saadiq story, open the phone lines, and we out of here. Here is my favorite Saadiq story of all time. And this is what I was gonna say Sunday night, but we were unfortunately out of time. Y'all tag somebody, because this story changed my life. Big Reg, my son changed my life. That's right. Like, share, tag, subscribe. In that order. Like, share, tag, and subscribe. My son changed my life when he was 6 or 7 years old, in an experience I'll never ever forget. And I want to share this experience with you. I call it the jump story. For those who know me from back in the day, before I started DJing full time, I was a banker. And I'm trying to tell a story, Jay DeLay. I was a banker, and every day I would, I was trying to fake in front like I was a banker, but I was really a DJ dressing as a banker. So I would get up and go to work every day with my suitcase and my suit and tie and, smile at people. But on the weekends, I was rocking out, at clubs or wherever I would rock out. But I was a banker. I was a loan officer. And every day when I came home from work, I would open the door and set my briefcase down in the foyer. And my house at the time, when you walked in the front door, the first thing you saw was the steps going to the second floor. And Jackie would be in the kitchen cooking or whatever else she's doing. It was like way off in the distance. And you would hear her say, Saadiq, your daddy's home. It sounded like Nettie in The Color Purple. Nettie! She's hollering. And Saadiq would be upstairs in his room. And all you heard was him running from his room down the steps, so happy to see his father. And he would come down the steps and he would get to like the second or bottom step and jump. And he would jump into my arms and give me the biggest hug. There was nothing better than coming home to that. And this cycle would repeat. This process would repeat. Y'all not gonna let me get through the story. So as the weeks would go on to months, and Saadiq would do this every day. Saadiq, your daddy's home. But then this time, he would jump from the middle step. Fearless. Jump from the middle step. So before I even get my briefcase on the ground, he's in the air. Whoa. Jump, boy, I got you, boy. And he just giggling and laughing. Laughing and giggling. Daddy got me. Daddy got me. Man, I'm thinking to myself, boy, I almost didn't have you. You know? So, and a few more weeks would go by. And this became our thing to do. And so on one day, Jackie hollered, Saadiq, your daddy home. So I put the briefcase down. I'm looking up the steps. Without hesitation, he leaps from the top step. And is coming down like he had jumped out of an airplane. Laughing, giggling, and smiling all the way down. And I'm like, oh shit. So I catch him, he lands in my arms and he starts dying laughing again. And I'm like, son, who told you to do that? Why are you doing it? He's cracking up laughing. And it took me years later to understand what was happening. He had such confidence in his father. Such trust in his father. Jay, it's getting dusty in here, bro. I mean, I'm in my damn garage. It's getting dusty in here. And I'll never forget how gratifying it felt to know that someone had that kind of trust in me. And it made me think, what if we had that kind of trust in our father? What if when we had doubt that we just jumped? What if we jumped knowing that our everlasting Father would catch us? What if we were unafraid like that? What if we trusted like that? Don't they, brother? Yes. What if we trusted like that? I want to trust God like that. Knowing that he got me. Even through this. Jay, after the show, I'm coming through here with the mop. So, Dave, let's go ahead and open up the phone lines, man. Go ahead and put that number up on the screen, Dave. Put the big one so they can see that. The big one. The big one. No, the other one. The big number. So it's in the corner. The number, ladies and gentlemen.
Where? I can't find it. Wait a minute, I'm gonna get it.
Where is it? Here it is, Dave. There it is.
There we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, give us a call. I would love to hear from you. Call me right now at 404-919-7399. We only got a couple of minutes. And you know, we got as much time as we want. But if there's anybody that wants to just share anything, if you were there Sunday night, if you watched it Sunday night, let's hear from this person right here. You're live on the Rockwell Radio Show. Who am I talking to?
Yes, it's P.O.
P.O., my man. Salam alaikum, P.O.
What's going on, bro?
Man, it's so good to hear from you, God. Go ahead, my brother. The floor is yours.
Just wanted to really give you my love, bro. Give the family my love. You know, I just wanted to tell a quick story.
Go ahead.
Family.
Go ahead.
And Saadiq. You know, coming to Atlanta, you know, you all are such staples in the city to Atlanta, your family. Big Dave, you all had such an impact on me growing up. And, you know, oftentimes we don't have the opportunity to, you know, tell each other these things. And I know I saw you at the memorial real quick. I had to come there. And there's been a lot I wanted to say to you. And I've been listening to this whole show, and I'm like, what better time to talk to you than now, you know, on live with everybody. And just to see Saadiq, you know, we were a few years apart, but just to see him quote the Quran, quote the Bible backwards, you know, it was such an inspiration to see a baby in the nation, a product of the ministers and teachings that we all grew up on, to be able to represent and be an example for other young men and other young children to show that the way like that we can really raise our children right. And Saadiq was such an example of how you raise a Muslim child. You and Sister Jackie did a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful job. And I've always, you know, was amazed and just in shock at how you all raised him and how much of a product of Islam he was. And, you know, I was already grieving about Assad. You know, I was real messed up about Assad.
Long live Assad.
You know, it just crushed me. It crushed me so bad. And like I said, words can't explain the way I feel about the Saadiq and your family. And I just wanted to say I love y'all, you know, and job well done on raising that man to be such an example. And it's crazy because I didn't know that Saadiq was rapping, and when I saw his music, I was just blown away, bro. Honestly, I was just blown away, and I wouldn't expect nothing less because you can hear the wisdom in every bar. You can hear the wisdom in his expression. You can hear the wisdom in his creativity. You can see the wisdom in his videos and how he promoted his music. And I told my father that I wanted to do a listening party for his, his mixtape, and because I just feel like the world needs to hear it, you know, and I feel like, you know, music is timeless and his music is gonna live forever. And I just really want to, I know you all had an event yesterday, and I'm sorry I couldn't make it, but I really want to do a listening party for his tape, you know, and just invite all the young people out to come hear it because it's such a classic. And I feel like everybody should hear it. I feel like it should go, you know, it should live way beyond him and all of us because it's timeless. And that music is a gift that he left for all of us.
Come on.
Because like I said, I didn't even know Saadiq was doing music, you know. And when I listen, I'm like, oh, okay, I see where his mind was. I really get to, you know, it's one thing saying Saadiq at the mosque and, you know, but to listen to his music I can hear the wisdom. Like like I said, words can't explain how his music has affected me. I've been listening to it a lot, you know, and I go to his Instagram page and I just scroll and I listen because I'm just like, man, you know, it's just one of those things where you just gotta trust in Allah because you don't know, we don't know his ultimate plan, but it got to be a reason. You know, I think sometimes I feel like he was too pure for this wicked world. This world is so wicked for such a pure soul that Saadiq was. You know, and another thing before I go, I don't want to talk too long.
Come on, man.
I want to say, I don't know if you remember when we had the concert in 2015. And I want to, take the time out to get this. Like I said, it's no better time to do this publicly because I was mad at you,
Oh.
That was almost 8 years ago. And I was so mad at you, because they cut my music off. And, and that was so long ago.
I remember.
I held that for so long against you, I really did. And I never talked to you about it because I just have so much respect for you. I just I'll just deal with it to myself. But I want to apologize, for us not connecting like we should have over these few years, even in Saadiq. Because of that, I let that pain, just linger in me for so long. And when I got the news about Saadiq, it just all, came to me. And I was just like you said, it's gratitude over grief. We got to be so grateful for each other and the connection that we have, bro. I love you all. I love your family. I love what you mean to the city. 1-5, March 15, that's stuck in my head forever. You are a legend to the city. You are staples in Atlanta. And I want to work with you moving forward. I want to do with you all, like I said, to keep this Saadiq thing popping and, long live Saadiq. And I love you all. Thank you.
It's dusty in hell as hell. P.O., love you, brother. We're going to have a conversation offline, brother. Love you, love you, love you.
Love you too, sir. Love you too, sir.
Salam alaikum.
Yes, sir. For sure. For sure. Please call me, bro. I love you.
Yes, I love you, brother. We're going to have a conversation offline. Oh, my God. Oh, I hung with somebody. Call back whoever that was. Okay. You're live on the Rockwell Radio Show. Who's calling?
What you want to do for love.
Sing to him, Jay.
You tried everything. But you won't give up.
Come on now.
In my world, only you make me do for love what I would not do. And I don't give a damn who don't like it.
Say
Yes,
it,
right.
I feel you, brother. I feel you, brother. This is your brother all the way back home in Houston at J Delay. Brother, let me tell you how much of an honor you could have had anybody host this event. Anybody in the world host this event. And you called me. Brother, when I tell you, like I said, 35 years of radio and entertainment, and I've never been so nervous as I was the other night. I wanted to be as close to perfect as I could to try to really just personify what you said and what the minister told us to do. Gratitude over grief. And dear brother, I hope and pray that in my hosting the event, that I did that and I could make you and Jackie and my nephew proud. And I sincerely want to tell you how much I love you. In our private conversation, when we were riding together and the moments that we shared, brother, very few have ever been like that. And I want to thank you, Brother Vaughn, just for being the brother that you are. I truly want to tell you how much we love you, man.
Man, God is great.
How much you love him.
Tisha say you still ain't getting paid.
Damn, after all that, man, I tried to keep the show on time, man. That was Dave C. and Jamil, man. Jamil had the long soliloquy, and Dave came out there with the double up Negro National Anthem remix. And then Uncle Ray gonna get up there, and Uncle Ray, oh God, see what y'all cost me.
See, it had it not been for them, I wouldn't be doing this show right now. So, I'd have made my little speech Sunday night. I wouldn't even be here right now.
Man, I'm trying to tell you, brother, I just wanted to call. I'm going to get off this line and let other folks call. But I have to tell you, man, Brother Vaughn, I pray that Allah gives you and Jackie a daily dose of peace that will eventually one day give you wisdom and understanding as to what he's doing with our nephew and our son. I truly, truly pray for your peace and know that I'm here with you. Whenever you need me, you pick up the phone. Because one thing you're going to hear, thanks to Dave C, is what you won't do. Do for love. You're going to hear it every single time.
Come on
Thanks,
now.
Dave.
Brother Jay, on behalf of my whole family, man, we thank you and we love you forever. You hear me, brother?
Man, I love you more than you'll ever know.
Come on, man. Ladies and gentlemen, Jay DeLay. Thank you, Brother Jay. Thank you.
Yes,
you.
sir.
Thank
Peace.
you.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. Where are we, Dave? Okay, it's 9 o'clock. We 60 minutes in. If there's anybody else that want to call, were you there? Did you see it? Were you a witness to all the love in the building Sunday? I can't get out of here and talking about Saadiq's music. Dave, there's a slide that talks about Yeba. Can you put that slide up real quick? There's a slide that reminds everyone that Yeba is streaming everywhere on all platforms now. This album is not to be joked with. You have to spend, this album is layered. This album is thick. Let's take this call real quick, Dave. We'll come back to this point. You're live on the Rockwell Radio Show. Who's calling?
Assalamu alaikum, Uncle Vaughn. This is Jalal.
Jalal, alaikum salam, Nisi. Thank you so much for being there. Sir? Oh, I'm crying and laughing and crying.
I see. Yeah, I'm right with you. I just wanted to call in real quick. I know after celebration, I didn't really get much time to really express, my real connection with Saadiq. And, being young and growing up with him, and seeing him from a young age, and just everybody else said, this little 4-year-old genius on the roster, quoting these scriptures and just showing out, and we all looking at each other like, who is this little boy, and how do we get on his level? And ever since then, it's been the same way. We've all seen Saadiq as this higher person that we all wanted to be like. And at the end of the day, I just wanted to give my thanks to you and to Aunt Jackie, because you all poured in to me what you poured into Saadiq, and that was nothing but pure love. And at the end of the day, I want I know I don't get the chance to see you all that often. I don't get a chance to talk to you that often, but my connection with you, my connection with Uncle Jackie, my connection with Saadiq really played a big part in who I am today and just how I see the world, especially my connection with Saadiq. He always had me looking at things differently. He was always the one who's like, I get what you're saying, but look at it from this standpoint.
Right.
Or let's look at it from this way. Let's try to figure it out this way.
Right.
Or let's try to do it another way. He always had another way of looking at things. And I love Saadiq for that, because he never stopped. If a problem came to him, and he felt like, it was always more than one way to solve a problem. And I love that about Saadiq. That was like the biggest thing that I took from him, was being able to problem solve from different angles. But, at the end of the day, Allah has his plan for each and every one of us. And I just think a lot of I was able to be in Saadiq's life, and he was able to be in mine, and we just had a connection that will last a lifetime. And we connected with each other. We connected with the young brothers and sisters at the mosque, and we all became just one big family. And I'm looking at everybody now, from Kadar to Salahuddin, and just everybody that's grown up with us, and just, the young guys that we've become. It's just so beautiful. But I just wanted to give my thanks to you and to Uncle Jackie for, allowing me to be in Saadiq's life for the 21 years, that he was here. I do appreciate it. I love you. I love you wholeheartedly, Uncle Vaughn. If I don't say it enough, I love you. I love you. I love you.
Nixie, we love you, your whole family. We got history. My door is always open for you. Want a hot bowl of bean soup? We got it for you.
Yes, I gotta come get it. It's been a minute.
Come on now. Love you, sister. Anytime. Love you.
Love you too. Yes, sir.
Assalamu alaikum. Y'all, this is the Rockwell Radio Show, man. I was going to say before I get out of here, there's one person I forgot to thank, and I cannot thank this sister enough. This sister who played the guitar for us did a wonderful job. She also appears on the Yiba album. Her name is Nina Hayes. Sister Nina, I just simply asked her, and she said yes. And while I'm thanking artists who were present on the album, I want to thank artists that were also in the building with us Sunday. I want to thank the poet and MC Yende, who was with us. I also want to thank the MC who was there, also appeared in the documentary. Wow. The documentary, I'm remembering all the stuff at the end now. We played the documentary. It's going to be a multi-part documentary of the making of Yiba. And I thank Ray Morado. I thank Kareem. I thank Nina Hayes, Yende. And there's a few more artists who participated on that album we're going to be talking to and finish that documentary in 2023. I think that's everybody, Dave. So on that note, we thank you all. We thank you all for tuning in with us to let us talk and let us get this off of us, because trying to figure out how to go forward is not easy. In fact, I didn't have Big Mike. I didn't have an idea what going forward looks like. I've been a father for the last 20 years of my life. Man, I think, it's all of the youth that was there. I'll say this and we'll go, Big Dave. Y'all know Brother Talib in Atlanta and his sons at the janazah, at the burial ground. They all came to me as we got back in the limo, and they said, you may have lost a son, but you got 4 more. And I cried like a baby. I cried like a baby. So, man, this is a community. This is a community. We're making a community of soldiers, men and women who love Allah, who are willing to do his will and change this world. And Saadiq was a part of that, and he is a part of that. So, Dave, we out of here. Love y'all, man. And we look forward to seeing you again right here on the Rockwell Radio Show. Big Dave, we out of here.
I'd like to know, are you really ready for some super dynamite soul?